Hi, you're back with English Coach, and today I'm talking about the challenges of being self-employed and the many things you have to do to be able to control your outcomes and survive crisis and continue strong toward your company's goals or your own personal goals. Now obviously being self-employed means that you are your own boss, which means that everything lies on you, everything relies on you, and you have to do everything yourself. So there's no way to placate or to put your responsibility onto someone else. You need to be able to handle the responsibility that you're taking on by yourself without blaming other people for your problems. And oftentimes your planning can be really great, and you can do a really good job of planning everything that you need to achieve during the week and during the month, and that's fine. But what I'm really here to talk about today is your efforts, and the efforts that you go into in planning and realizing goals for your company and things that you achieve through your company, which is great. But there are other things that are not so great, which usually come unexpectedly. So one of those things is financial things connected with taxes and bureaucracy. These things often come up without you knowing. These things often come up as a surprise, and you need to react to them or you need to respond to them without getting stressed out. You need to respond to them without thinking that it's the end of the world. I'll just wait for this helicopter to go by. Okay, you can hear the helicopter. It's just coming overhead now. It sounds quite strong. Okay, it's my private helicopter, and it's going to take me to my next job. So sorry about that, as it just finds a place to land, and then I'll walk over there later and take my helicopter to my next job. Just kidding. Okay. Anyway, let's continue on with this video about being self-employed and being your own boss. So basically, yeah, financial things to do with taxes, things to do with outstanding debts, things to do with bureaucracy that hasn't been resolved. That stuff comes up as a surprise, and often you think you already put in enough effort for that month so that you wouldn't have to do anything else, or you wouldn't have to put in any more effort, and you're wrong. You have to put in that extra effort, and you don't just have to solve that problem, but you have to make other plans, and you need to actually make other preparations so that that doesn't happen again. And that's not something uncommon. That's something that happens a lot. It happens every 3 months, or 3 times a year, or 4 times a year. It's going to happen to you. Okay, the other thing that I'd like to state is that when you're working for yourself, of course, the benefits do outweigh the disadvantages. So the benefits of being able to aim at your own salary, the benefits of being able to organize things the way you want them to be. So at the end of the day, when you're successful, you can attribute it to yourself. And of course you can attribute a lot of that to yourself. It's worth it. But what people don't tell you is the length of effort that you have to go to make sure that you're successful in business. And that means always doing a little more. So that means making extra calls. That means making these short, smart goals, which have a very obvious outcome and a very straightforward process. So you're not looking at complicating your targets. You're looking at simplifying them. So when you have a straightforward outcome and a straightforward process, you're more likely to achieve. So yeah, you've got to have these smart goals. You've got to be ready to go the extra mile with unexpected problems, which come up all the time, and people don't talk about them. None of the motivation videos that I've watched yet have talked about these unexpected problems that raise their head and you have to deal with them like that, okay? Oh, my helicopter is just coming to land again, okay? There it goes there. It's just finding a place to land. Sorry. Okay, let's continue. Yeah, so we've got these 2 points. We've got the unexpected things that you have to deal with, and secondly, you need to make those SMART goals every month. Now, if you're asking me personally, are you happy about being self-employed? Are you happy about living life the way that you do without an employer and being completely responsible for everything? I have to say I'm 10 times happier than when I was working for a boss, not just because I like to have my own independence, but because I can shape things without getting permission. I don't need to go to other people and get permission to do it, okay? I can do that by myself. But when these unexpected things happen, the length of effort that I have to put in is a lot more. Like, I have to put in that extra effort to solve the problem. And also, if I don't plan week by week on SMART goals, I also don't make it, okay? So that's my video for today. If you're self-employed and you like this video, I hope you subscribe, and I hope you enjoy my future videos as well. Thanks.